I'm Ray Pardini Matson, and this is the Coffee Monday podcast. Here, we talk about all the things, the messy, the meaningful, and everything in between that fuels your week. I sit down with people who are figuring it out, leveling it up, and keeping it real all along the way. All right, friends, let's pour into it.
Cheers,
Cheers.
friend. Thank you so much for being here.
Cheers. Happy to be here
First
again.
guest on Coffee Monday, back as our first guest for season 2. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited for you. 50 episodes. That's
Thank
amazing.
you. Wow. What a time.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We've come a long way, okay? From our headphones and our iPhone to a little bit more of a polished production. And I'm so happy to have you back. Thank you for taking a chance on us.
So what's your favorite thing that's happened so far in the last 50 episodes?
I know, right? So many things. I feel like this.
Yeah.
When would we ever have the chance to just do this?
Yeah.
I mean, unless, of course, we took it upon ourselves to do the coffee date and do the thing.
Right.
Life is busy. Things are busy. And I just am so grateful that you made the time. And I just think it's fun to catch up and learn new things.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
as simple as
agree.
that sounds, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
I started it like for fun, and I hope that it stays for fun. You know, that's the goal.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why do it?
Get to have all these like fun conversations with people you may not like
Yeah,
talk to on the regular. And
Totally.
I love podcasts in that way.
right? I know. So you're a podcast listener.
I am.
And in our first episode, which I'll link in show notes, we talked about the podcast that you love and sort of your history and your presence on social and how you've grown your following. So we'll make sure to link that for sure.
Okay, awesome.
But do you have any like newer podcasts that you've gotten into that you're like, ooh, I'm loving this right now?
Yeah, actually, I can't remember if I mentioned Ed Milet last time, but
Mm-mm.
he's like my favorite. He's faith-based podcast, and he's just amazing to just like wake up to every single morning. And he's just
Oh.
really inspiring and just like also like kicks your butt in the best way because you just like
love
get really
that.
motivated. And then I also recently love Real Foodology. It's kind of like a
Okay, I follow them on Instagram.
yeah, it's
So they have I didn't know they had
there's
a podcast.
and it's all about health and wellness and
Real Foodology. Yeah, I think I follow them. Yeah.
And the woman who has the podcast, she is like kind of on this like fertility journey, and I feel like I'm learning a lot now that
Yeah.
we're like probably
Thinking
ready to
about
start
that
a
phase
family
of
soon.
life.
And
Yeah.
so it's just I feel like it's really interesting and opening my eyes about a lot of things. Yeah.
Isn't it interesting? I mean, I feel like depending on your season of life, whether you're thinking about having kids or not wanting to have kids
Right,
or
right.
have already had kids or even postpartum, like there's so many different phases of that.
I know. And it's like you change so quickly too. I mean, you go from
Mhm.
like not wanting them to
Totally.
wanting them in like a day. So
Isn't that
it
wild?
is kind of crazy.
I've said that to my friends before. I'm like, we've worked so hard. It's so bad.
I know. It's
We worked
true.
so hard not to, right?
Yeah.
Just because we weren't ready and all the circumstances of life. And now we want it more than anything.
I
It's like a
know.
weird switch.
And then you don't realize how hard it is
Mhm.
until you're like in it and you're like, oh, like it really has to align perfectly for
I
it to
mean,
happen.
you
So,
talk about your faith. I am a woman of faith as well. And I feel like if that's not God's creation, I don't know what is. Think about it.
I know.
The divineness of actually getting pregnant, first of all. So many of my friends have had struggles over the years
Yeah.
too, which is not fun to see. So it's truly a miracle blessing to get pregnant. Then you hold the pregnancy and pray that it's healthy, which is a 10-month, not 9-month time of period where so much can happen.
Yeah, I know.
And then the birth,
Oh, yeah,
you know, and I don't mean that to like overwhelm you.
Right. No,
But
I
I'm
know,
just saying it just, if anything, it just shows like, wow, what a blessing.
you just,
This is
really have to,
amazing.
like surrender. Like that's
Yeah.
like the one moment in life where like you just
Mhm.
have zero control
Yeah.
over it.
I will
So-
say parenting is the most humbling in that way. I remember, so we have 3 littles. Gwen, our oldest, is 7. Our youngest son is 3.
Uh-huh.
And Liv, our second daughter's 6. So the girls are a year apart, which was wild.
Mhm.
And I know you have friends who have kids close in age too. I mean,
Right.
you see it. I mean,
Oh yeah.
it's just
I know.
great.
I know. I'm like, okay, and here you
yeah,
go.
there you
Take it
go.
back.
Yeah, Zen at home. Yeah.
Right.
But you see that it's all like I remember with Gwen, I went into labor naturally, like my water broke, which you pray that's the case, right? There's all the ways though that you can have a baby. You can be induced, you can do C-section, all the things. My water broke. And I remember waiting for that time being like, but is it going to be today? Because I have a nail appointment or whatever, you know, it was wild not knowing.
Yeah,
It was wild not knowing. And I'm not like a super OCD type A person, but I was like, it was weird. It was like, but what? When's it going to come? It was
you hear the stories where it happens in like literally 45 minutes and then it's
and then
3
babies
days for other people.
Or that. Yeah. So, and I so believe, and I mean, clearly you're in tune with your body and all the health and all the things. I truly believe your mental state affects your physical state.
Yeah.
So I worked up until I couldn't pretty much. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to give myself a week or two to like nest, right? To be at home, to sleep in. Sleep is my thing. I could sleep all day if somebody let me.
Yeah.
And like, just let it happen. And the first day I was home and I was like truly relaxed. I'm laying in bed and I, flip my legs up because you're so pregnant. My water broke. And I was like, oh, okay.
You're like, so this is happening.
So, and I truly believe it was like my first day where I was like relaxed. Like I just like let my body rest. Mm-hmm. I don't even know how else to say it. Mm-hmm. My body was like, okay, it's time. And my husband didn't even have his backpack.
Oh no. How many weeks were you with that?
37, which is full term. Mm-hmm. All my babies came a little early. 37 is full term technically, but you should go until 40 if you can, give or take. Mm-hmm. And I was 37 and change. So the baby was fully developed, but on the smaller side, which is fine. But I, put my legs over and I was like, Michael, my water just broke. And he's like, but I have a work meeting in an hour and I am not packed. And I'm like, honey, I think he was just in shock. I think he was just in shock. I don't know if that's exactly what he said. I think he probably said there were some cuss words in there. Like, oh my God, really? Really? That was the time? And I don't know what came over me, but I was like, I want to shower. I want to do my hair. I want to like feel prepared. Mm-hmm. And we did. He went to his meeting and packed and I showered. Yeah. I was like, for my first, that was kind of bold. But you said humbling and all the things, surrendering. Like that was like my first moment where I'm like, it is not in my hands. Yeah. Like, let's see how this goes.
The outcome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm really excited for you guys to eventually experience that because it's a very special gift.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's life changing, but it's, I mean, we've been together so long. I think,
how long now?
I think we're at 9 years. This year is going to be 9 years. So almost a decade. And obviously, because we've been together for so long, people were asking, even during the engagement, like, so when are you going to have babies? Like after you get married? I'm like, listen, I think we're going to be ready. Like we've bought the house, we've lived together, we've, traveled, we've done all the things. So
right.
I think that like, I don't really feel like I'm holding out for anything else, but, again, I just have to like surrender to God's timing and just trust that He'll give us a baby when we're ready for it. And
I love that. And He will. It's going to be amazing. Yeah. Amazing. I was going to ask you that, but you beat me to it. But I do feel like that's a thing. And especially for you guys, since you have been together for so long and lived together before and all the things. Why is that, right? It's like when you're dating, when are you getting married? When you're married, when are you having kids? It's like, well, maybe I don't want to get married or maybe I don't want to have kids. Like that's a very personal question to ask someone.
Like, fertility, I think
that like, too.
I just have friends who have struggled and I'm starting to realize because I used to be that person too. I know. Friends like, so when's the next? Or like not realizing that they were struggling or not realizing that, they wanted it too. And so I think that now that I'm in their shoes, and starting to think about that, starting a family, it's just, I'm a little bit more mindful of like just conversations that I have with other people too. It's important.
I agree. And that's so sweet of you to see that, because not everybody sees that. Yeah. I do think same. Have I been guilty of that? Absolutely. I think it's part of like our human nature. Like we're just making conversation, right? Like I don't think there's any harm in that. But yeah, I've been in situations where it's like, oh, we've been trying for a long time or we just lost one or, it hasn't happened for us yet or whatever.
Than, like, people realize.
Oh, totally. Totally. And I think the more we talk about it and the more we normalize that or just like reframe how we ask, the better.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I agree. Completely.
Okay, so I have to call you out. You're drinking tea.
I am. I got the green tea.
Last time you came, I think you did like cold brew or something real
like
strong. I'm like, girl, after my own heart. So what's up?
So, I recently, I talked about this online. I went off birth control. I was on it for 15 years.
How? I know you've talked about it, but for those that haven't watched the journey so far, how has that been?
It's honestly been fine. Mm-hmm. Like it's been almost 2 months now. And I really haven't had any like symptoms. But I've also really done everything I possibly can to like,
regulate all the things
and dot my I's. I'm like, taking supplements that are supposed to help balance out your hormones. I'm on a prenatal, which I think is just good for any woman to be on in general.
Literally. Yep.
Just a daily multivitamin.
Yep. My doctors have actually told me that too.
Yeah,
like we're done having kids and I still take a prenatal. Why not? It grows your hair. It helps your skin.
I know.
It's a multivitamin. Why? There's no harm in that.
And the whole point of a prenatal is to get your body at the best health so you can conceive. So it's like, it doesn't mean it's going to like increase your chances of like, it makes sense. So, I feel like and then I've obviously cut back on caffeine. That was one thing that I've read can kind of affect your hormones a bit. So
totally.
I'm just giving it a try. I don't know how long it'll last.
I know. So when you were drinking coffee, was it like you liked the taste? You felt like you needed it? A combination of both?
I don't even really like the taste of coffee.
Really? See, and then there's that. Great. That actually probably helps. Don't you think?
I think it's like the caffeine. I was addicted to the caffeine. Mm-hmm. I mean, I needed
Which
it
is a real
when
thing.
I woke up.
Yeah.
I'm like literally out of bed. Open my eyes. I'm like, I need coffee now. I didn't even eat before having coffee.
Yeah.
And then it was like 1 p.m. I would have another. And I was so like reliant on it just to get through the day that when I cut back, I started realizing like I didn't really need it as much as I thought. It was just something that I was telling myself. And then it was affecting my sleep a bunch. I noticed, like, especially if I had that second coffee. So
really? Okay. So we both have the Oura ring. Do you use all the stats?
Yeah.
Isn't it fascinating?
It's the best. It's like the best thing ever.
Agree.
It's the one thing I recommend everyone get. I think it's just so helpful.
And now that you're off birth control, you could like tracks your cycle.
Mm-hmm.
That
tracks your cycle, tracks when you ovulate. Like
all of it. Yeah.
So it's very helpful.
But anyway, sorry, you were saying about the ring?
Yes. So, I've noticed my sleep has gone a lot better too. Like, just like I'm getting more deeper sleep. And I don't know if you're familiar with, I think his name's Matthew Walker. He's like the sleep doctor.
No, but I need to. Do I need to?
Look into him. He's amazing. He has his own podcast.
Okay.
I think it's Matthew Walker.
Okay.
And
taking notes.
He mentioned that like when you have caffeine, even though you don't feel it anymore, it like stays in your system for like up to 8 to 9 hours. So if you're having coffee at like 3 p.m., like even if you don't feel the like jolt of caffeine, it can still really affect your sleep at night.
Makes sense.
A lot of people, they may be falling asleep, but they're not getting like that really
like deep,
like, good quality deep sleep. And so I have noticed my deep sleep is getting a lot better. I think just after going off birth control, I'm a little bit more like in tune with my body.
Which is
I'm
great.
Just, like, feeling things more and
being more conscious of it. Are you familiar with your stages of your cycle?
I am now. Yeah.
I never was.
I wasn't. I'm like, what is follicular and luteal? And I know I don't like myself during luteal,
but like, what is happening? I just thought it was PMS or whatever.
Yeah.
Same.
It is really interesting.
Isn't it?
I get like super obsessive about things. Like obviously my page is my obsession with skincare, but now I feel like I'm kind of entering this like obsession with all things health and hormones. And, I think that's kind of something I'm like starting to change my content around a little bit with. But
I think it's so important. I feel like I waited too late for that.
Yeah.
Have I talked to you or have you met Jenny Wright?
You've mentioned her last time.
Yes, okay, probably have because I freaking love her.
I think I follow her too.
She's just does she's a wealth of knowledge. And she takes a more holistic approach to the hormone changes and all the things.
Which I love,
But I do feel like, you're in a great place where you're learning about all the things pre-kids, because even post-kids changes. I mean, hormones are a crazy thing.
I know. Like women just go through so much. Like we just never get a break when it comes to just, and they say the 24-hour day is like built for a man, because like their testosterone raises in the morning and then like comes down. It's like for us, it's like we're by weeks.
Oh, totally. Literally by weeks.
28 days.
So since I've become more familiar with the cycle, and it sounds like you are too, it makes you feel better. Like, okay, this is why this week I literally don't want to see anyone. Like I just want to be a hermit. I'm not really feeling super social. I'm feeling like blah, my workouts or whatever. Like those things are real.
And your face changes.
Oh my God. Everything.
I have
clockwork
because I'm on camera every day. I'm like, I literally notice I have to like stand farther away from the camera during my luteal. It's like,
and we've obviously talked about like hormonal acne and all the things, which is like what like clockwork.
Yeah.
Clockwork. It's a real thing.
It really is.
So and this helps.
It does.
Just like do all
yours is like really cute. I like the gold.
Oh my God, girl, it's so faded. Look it. I wear it. Look. It's bad.
Only if you look.
But I wear it literally all day, every day.
Too. I bring it in the shower with me.
Yeah,
pool,
same.
Everything.
So is that the silver one or the steel one or what?
It's the silver one.
Yeah, I like the silver.
I think I've had it for so long. So
same.
I could probably upgrade, but
and
it like still works. I'm like, why?
So does Austin's obviously fit. You post all the things. You guys are so freaking cute. Is he like into that stuff too, like analytics, or no? He's just like whatever.
He has the Whoop. Have you heard of the Whoop?
Has he? Okay, I thought about getting my husband that.
So he loves it.
It's a bracelet.
He just got a new one. It's a bracelet.
Yeah.
That's also waterproof, and he just got a new one that now tracks, like there's all these there's more analytics than the Oura Ring on this, but
wild?
We're both like all into biohacking and all that stuff, so it is kind of fun to like compare. And we're like, how was your sleep?
I know the sleep quality.
What was your score?
Well, that's why I was thinking about getting it for my husband, because his sleep is so bad.
Yeah.
And I sleep so well. Like, what's your sleep score?
Does he sleep with his mouth open?
I'm sure. Yeah. No, he does. And then I've gotten him the mouth tape.
Okay, you've tried that.
Yeah.
Because that really helped Austin.
Did it?
Like he's a bit of a snorer. So
yeah.
Sorry, babe.
Same. Yeah.
But he and
it helps.
Now has a little skinny confidential pink mouth
tape.
I
have it. Yeah. I gotta have him. I think he needs to just try it for a longer period of time.
Yeah. And if you like, some people don't like feeling constricted, and even if he has like a deviated septum or something, you can get like the breathe right strips that kind of open your airways with the mouth tape, and that will help you just take deeper breaths.
That's smart. I think it was part of that, and then also like we're in the stage of sometimes our kids are up in the middle of the night, so like kind of creepy if you see your. That's why I stopped wearing it, because I'm not a mouth breather, but I thought Lauren Bostic says it, I'll do it. So I was like, oh, this is cool. This is fun. But like if one of the kids were up in the middle of the night and I was trying to get them, I'm like, I can't do this. I'd have to take, I guess I could take it off, put it back on, whatever. But we both were like, they're probably creeped out. Yeah. What is this? Oh my God. Have you seen, what's it called? You'll know, where the ladies do the full.
Oh yeah, like the.
Oh my God, what's it called?
They call it like the.
Not peel, but like they call it like. Oh my God,
the shed.
The shed. The morning shed. I'm like, if I was in bed,
to do a video like that, but like it just isn't authentic.
Do you? But do you really? I know you obviously are very intentional about your routines, which I love, and I've learned so much from you over the years. But like, do you really do the full on? I look like a crazy person going to bed.
No, I think it's
right.
Too. I mean, I think it's kind of like
some of them.
Factor,
oh my God, Maddie, I gotta send you this one girl, and she has fantastic skin. So props to her.
I know, and it's hard when you like see, there's a lot of influencers that like you see they have like the most amazing skin, and they do all this stuff. You're like how do you not like break out and react to everything you're doing?
Yes,
I think it's like some people are just kind of blessed and they're able to use that to their advantage.
Like
I like hair. I'm like, if you have always had amazing, long, luscious hair, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna trust your recommendation. Like,
truth. You have to go with people that are 100 or the people that have had extensions and are saying they don't. Like, that's weird.
I know. Exactly.
I know. I agree with that because I can't experiment with a lot because I have sensitive skin.
Right.
But I also feel like, I mean, your husband, like, was he going to snuggle up to a... I don't know.
I know. It's
I feel weird. Like, if I went to bed like that, you'd be like, babe, like, you look like a psycho. The red light mask is enough. He's like, huh? Which, wow. Yeah. So no morning shed, but like, what's the most, I guess, let me ask you this. What's the most extreme nighttime routine you do to where you look like a little cray-cray?
Honestly, I feel like with my skincare, I'm so simple, like so simple. I think the craziest thing is probably my red light mask. Yeah. And I feel like that's just kind of helped me the most when I used to have a lot longer routine. The most I do is maybe a sheet mask and light therapy in the same routine. I never have more than like 5 steps. And I think the more, especially when you have sensitive skin, the more you put on, the harder it is for everything to penetrate anyways, you know?
That, but also, how do you know what worked and didn't? Like, if you break out for some reason, that's my thing. It's like, I feel like I have to introduce one thing at a time. Otherwise, I'm like, what was that? What was wrong? Or like time of cycle.
True.
For me, anyway.
Yeah.
Do you do the sheet mask before the red light or after?
So there's kind of a debate, and I've talked to a lot of dermatologists and estheticians about this, and everyone disagrees. But what I do is I like my face to be completely clean of anything with my red light, unless I am feeling dry that day. Then I'll put like a light serum, and then I'll do the red light just to kind of hydrate so my skin doesn't, lose any hydration, transit thermal water loss. But during this season, I just go straight with the red light on clean skin because my skin is
but also, you have seen obviously on social, you have the mask, but you also have the one that you like sit in front of, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So do you
I kind of do both.
You do?
Just because right when I get out of the shower, that's kind of like my time to meditate in front of my tower.
Love.
So, depending on if I wash my face, I might put on my skincare in front of the tower, put on my lotion, and just sit there and get a full body
multitask
therapy. And then I'll stretch and stuff, but that's a 30-minute session. And then, it kind of just depends. If I don't, depending on which routine I didn't do the tower, I'll do my mask. Mask is good if I'm nighttime, washing my face and stuff like that.
Because I feel like with the mask, you don't want to have a ton of product on because then I don't know.
I think but some dermatologists say that it can actually help your products penetrate better.
Oh.
So
I've never tried that.
Kind of a debate.
Interesting.
Dr. Zenobia, she has a skincare brand. She mentioned once that put on your moisturizer with the mask on top, and it'll help your moisturizer penetrate better. And so I haven't personally done that, but I do know that there's a debate. So I really don't think you can go wrong with when you use it and where. Some people even do a mask, a sheet mask, and the mask on top, but then you're kind of blocking.
What if you did what if you did a sheet mask with your bar light?
Yeah, you could do that. I just feel like it would block the penetration.
I know. So we went to this place called Recover Lab. It's at the Row. And it's, as a team, we went recently. It was really cool. And you have a red light, so it's kind of not so applicable, but it was interesting so they have red light beds, they have a cold plunge, they have infrared saunas, and then they have full stretching, which holy moly was amazing.
Is this new?
Yes.
Oh, I haven't heard of it.
It's fantastic. So, it's next to Enzo's table.
Okay.
I guess, right there. Yeah. Anyway, we all did it as a team. We thought it'd be fun. Then we went to Other Side for coffee. It was great. It was fun. And the way they stretched you were
someone stretches you.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Custom, pulls the leg over and all the things. And it's that feeling hurts so good.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that hurts, but it feels fantastic.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Ooh, That sounds amazing.
It was amazing. So they do 25 and 15-minute sessions for stretching, which we all did a 25 because we were doing like circuits. There's 6 of us. And we were like, we could have done that for 50 minutes, like easily. Like it was amazing. So it was almost like a massage, but not. It was just you stretch. Yeah. You stretch. So you're already on top of it. Well, I don't do that as much as I should. But my point of sharing that is they were saying on their red light beds, the more skin exposure, the better. You probably already knew that.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it makes
sense, right?
But yeah, I try, like I sit in front of my red light
thing, like,
clothed,
yeah, I would think so. Like that's like the best case scenario.
Yeah, they even say red light like can be helpful. Like if you do red light exposure on your like ovaries, it can like help
I'm sure.
egg development. On a guy, it can help with fertility
all the things
too. So
I mean, it can't harm anything is my thing. Like it can only help everything,
it's very non-invasive, you know, and like more and more studies are coming out just showing nothing but amazing things. Because what it is basically like, it's like being out in the sun. You're getting like the same benefit of like sunlight without the harmful UV rays. That's kind of what red
which
light
is what I need.
Exactly.
We're both fair. I feel like, gosh, sun's SPF is my best friend. I am allergic to the sun.
Right. So it's like, like how do you get your like exposure? And it's a good way. And, you know, I've seen a tremendous change in my skin. I rarely get rosacea flare-ups anymore. My skin has really improved. I haven't been getting like hormonal acne as much, although I can't really pinpoint on what exactly has stopped that because I'm not taking my mind body supplement anymore, which is
that's right. I feel like you shared about that, and then obviously you went off birth control, so you're doing some other things.
Nervous. I'm like,
I mean, rightfully
prepared.
So. That could mine caused a huge.
Right.
Like, but you're way on top of it. You're way on top of it.
New. Like I'm only 2 months out. So I know some women, you know, it's like 3-4 months where it like really starts to pick up. But I think because I'm focusing so much on like balancing my hormones through supplements.
And you're so like good and kind to your body. Like you're doing great. Hey, Coffee Monday friends. It's Ray Pardini Matson here with a delicious update from my go-to coffee spot, Dutch Bros. They've just dropped some dreamy seasonal drinks that you, your friends, and even your kids are going to love. First up, the Mudslide Mocha. Think chocolate milk, Irish cream syrup, and dark chocolate sauce topped with their new cookies and cream soft top. If you love coffee and dessert in one, this is it. There's also the Strawberry Colada, which is a tropical mix of pineapple, coconut, sweet cream, and strawberry fruit that can be ordered as a Rebel, which is an energy drink, lemonade, or blended. And if you're feeling fun, try the Blue Lagoon, a blue raspberry and passion fruit Rebel or lemonade finished with strawberry fruit. Also backed by popular demand and a drink that we've shared with you before is the Mango Nata Rebel and the Mango Nata Lemonade, served with strawberry and a hint of tahini for that bold, sweet, and creamy combo. Plus, fizzes are here to stay. Sparkling fruity sodas like Blue Lagoon, Dino Egg Fizz. The kids love these days. And I mean, I'm a coffee girl, so I've watched my friends rave about these Rebels and the fizzes, and they're just totally obsessed. So those look like fun and a fun, colorful drink to switch it up. So treat yourself to summer in a cup, whether it's a bold energy drink, a creamy mocha, or refreshing fizz. Check the Dutch Bros app to customize your flavor and at Dutch Bros Fresno on Instagram for all the latest happenings. Coffee, Rebel, lemonade, cheers, friends. So with that, as somebody who's like, you know, very into the, you know, health and wellness things, have you ever tried a cold plunge?
I have, and I just like can't get myself to do it.
Oh my God, it's hard, huh?
It is really hard. I'm more of like a sauna girl. Like I love a sauna. And I recently learned that like the cold plunges that like the temperature that they keep cold plunges at are actually way too cold for women. Like for us to get the same benefits as like a man would, it has to be like 10 degrees higher, where it's the opposite for saunas. Like saunas are too hot for men, but they're like they're perfect for women. So, and I like saunas more anyways. I'm like, I can't do fine.
Same. Like, oh my God.
So it makes sense.
So when we went to Recover Lab, I did one. A couple of us did it. I had never done that before.
Yeah. it jolts you awake.
Like needles. Like, I'm like, and we did it for a minute. Caitlin did it for like almost 2. It was wild.
Was it the one that like kind of flows too? Or was it like still
I think it was still water. I don't know. I was like just powering through it. The amount of cuss words I was like, sorry.
I think it's like that one gets easier because your like body creates like a thermal layer when it's still.
Maybe.
But the ones that like move, it's
like what does that do?
You can't create a thermal layer and it's even colder.
So it circulates the cold to keep it cold.
That's why they say like cold showers are like almost harder than cold plunges too, which is you wouldn't think either.
I wouldn't think either. So the weird part is putting your hands in was the hardest part.
Or your head. Like I feel like
we didn't
like your neck is like
the like a temperature gauge or whatever. Yeah, it was challenging to say the least.
I'm like,
same.
But you do feel so good after. You get out and you're like,
that I will say. You know? I will say I could see how people get addicted to it. Not to say I am, but like, would I do again? Absolutely. Yeah. Would I be terrified and probably not do it that long? Yep.
You need like a hype man there.
100. We were all cheering each other on. Right? You got this. Go on. 30 seconds.
Yeah. There's no way.
You had to. Or like the girl that was working there, she was like, Bree, she's like, deep breaths, deep breaths, deep breaths. You can't do shallow breaths or, it'll work you up because you probably get like.
I'm back in labor. What's happening here?
I know. Anyway, all the things. Yeah. So since I've seen you, you've gotten married. Mm-hmm. You've done a little chop, which I'm obsessed with.
It's the rite of passage.
I love. But let's kind of take it a few steps back and talk about the wedding.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so Italy looked absolutely stunning from a movie. You guys are gorgeous. Everything looked perfect. And I love that you documented it and shared it with your followers because it was fun to follow along and just root you guys on. It was amazing. How did you land on Italy?
That was like kind of an easy decision. I mean, we were deciding between Italy and the French Riviera. And then I started getting quotes from both. And I was like, okay, yeah, we're doing Italy. Obviously.
Really?
Yeah, the French Riviera was like
insane.
And it's a little bit harder in that area because everything is a little bit more spread out. And the main thing for me is I wanted to pick a place that like our guests could travel around easily. There was a lot to do. If they wanted to go somewhere afterwards, they weren't, too far or somewhere that was walkable too, because we could have like picked like a beautiful castle in Tuscany or something like that. But then everyone would be stuck in that area and it would be kind of hard for people to like have a vacation because that was our main goal. We wanted people to enjoy, but you're going so far. So like have a vacation of your own and, soak in this beautiful place.
Love. So tell everybody where in Italy, all the things.
So we got married in Ravello. We did a combined bachelorette party in Positano right before.
So fun.
I think there was like 35 of us in Positano. And then we had like 78 people at the wedding in Ravello, and they're very close. Ravello's a very like quaint, small town. It's not super touristy. There's lots of restaurants and it's beautiful, but Positano is more like the touristy spot. Yeah. So I kind of like that.
Which is so fun.
Have a feel of both. But we just had so much fun and so many more people came than we thought would.
No, 78?
We were like
Italy? Like that's a lot of people.
And the Amalfi Coast is unfortunately not an easy place to get to. It's like there's no direct flight, obviously, from Fresno.
Yeah.
But we were pleasantly surprised and
amazing.
Yeah.
And I think it sounds like your goal was achieved, right? Like they made it a vacation. They wanted to obviously come and celebrate you guys, but I'm sure they toured around and did other things.
Yeah, I think everyone like either went somewhere else in Italy or like stayed, in our wedding town for a few days. And I just like me and Austin went to a destination wedding for one of our best friends like the year before. And it was in Mexico. And we just had so much fun. Like,
that's so fun.
It was just like one of my favorite trips. And there's something about being on a trip with so many people that you know or that you don't know and that you become friends with. And it just like forces you to just spend so much time with all these people. And we just came back and we're like, we have to do a destination wedding. Like that was so fun. And
so that's so great.
No other opportunity to get everyone together like that.
Yeah.
So
I love that.
Yeah,
We did a destination too, and it was
did?
amazing. I have a huge family. Michael has a big family. We have a lot of friends. Like both of my sisters that got married the 2 years prior, and they had like over 400 people at their weddings, local, Fresno and Santa Cruz. And I'm like, yeah, that's not the vibe. I mean, no offense.
Yeah.
Sorry. Love you guys. Perfect day. Amazing. So fun.
Right.
And love all of our people. But it was just like a lot.
Some people prefer the big weddings and,
Yeah.
I've just never been one to want that many people.
It was just wild to me that like we were at an event with the same people and didn't see them. Like there were so many people at their weddings that I didn't even see or get to hang out with. And you hear stories after like, did you see so-and-so on the dance floor with so-and-so? And I'm like, no, I didn't. I was on the other side doing something else, which is also so fun too. So like to each their own.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did a wedding in Maui and we both love Hawaii. And the same exact thing you described happened. And to this day, we're going on 10 years will be our anniversary next year. People that were guests were like best trip because they made friends with people that like, they were like our own little like tribe. Like, like it was the best.
You're forced to spend quality time with people that you wouldn't usually. And I think everyone became really close afterwards. And we've had several friends say,
what fun.
Okay, 10-year reunion, we're all going back.
That's what we're doing. Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
I love that. Okay.
I've already started telling people. We have been telling people. Well, we're going to do a vow renewal, which would love to get your thoughts on that or anybody's thoughts on that because I've heard mixed reviews. Some people say like it's cursed. And I'm like, okay.
I have not heard that.
I feel like it is what you make it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think that is so
I feel like it's special if our kids could be there. So when we got married, we were the last of our friends to get married. All of our friends had babies. Like we had like 14 or 15 babies, not even, they weren't even one yet. They were like 6 months to 10 months.
And they all came?
All came.
I love that.
There were like, I'm not joking you, I probably should count like 15 babies.
That's
to the point where we maxed our capacity with the nanny service with the hotel.
Stop.
Yeah.
Did you have a nanny service at the wedding too?
Well, no. So we didn't have the babies at the wedding with the exception of the babies that were in the wedding.
Okay.
But we all stayed at the resort where we had our reception. So babies were coming and going. Nannies were coming and going. It was wild.
Oh my gosh.
Wild. Like I'm not like probably 20
many people brought like babies on a trip because we had a few people.
Yeah.
We had a 4-month-old there or a 5-month-old.
Sweet.
And a 2-year-old. But, I was like, I told them, I'm like, I understand. Like, no pressure.
Yeah.
Like, I completely understand. But they were like, no, we're going to make it. And it's
so sweet.
The babies did so good too. Like,
sweet.
they're so much better at traveling than you realize. Like, I think a lot of moms like want to keep their babies in routine. And who am I to talk? I'm not a mom. But
no, but you're right.
Just seeing them, how well they were able to just like move and travel and kind of switch up the routine.
And also like they're probably, I would think like we have friends that like travel all the time with little babies and they're so enamored by everything that's happening. Like even, as they get older, it's like being on an airplane is so cool. Like everything is so cool. Like give them a little grace in that. Like,
and credit to the moms too. Cause I know they, it takes a lot. They're probably the more stressed out ones.
Oh, for sure.
But with the time change and stuff. But
with the time change. Yeah. So did you guys get there? So I love also too that you guys did a joint. That's fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's so fun. You probably have a lot of the same friends.
Overlapping friends. I have best friends with his sister.
Yes.
And, a lot of his friends, wives or fiancés, like we've become really close with. So it just like made the most sense.
So fun. And I really love and appreciate that you did it prior to the wedding. So that it was like not another trip, not another expense, all the things. Yeah. Like that's very thoughtful.
Like we almost didn't do one at all. But everyone would probably want to go to Positano and could already. So like, let's just put together a few events that if they want to hop in, they could. If they don't, like no pressure.
That's a great approach. Yeah. And I'm sure they all were down and it looks like you guys had the best time.
It was
so fun. So how many days like in between? Like, cause I mean, you're tired after a bachelorette, right? Like you're like, can I like detox and give me all the eye masks and just like sleep and hydrate?
I know. I took my rule or what I did for myself was I had like rest days. So we did something with like a lot of drinking and then the next day
Smart.
Everyone else drank, but I was like, no alcohol for me.
Yeah.
And then we had something because my 30th birthday also landed at the bachelorette.
Oh, stop. How
party.
fun.
So we did a boat day on that day. And then the 2 days before the wedding, I didn't drink. I took like
behaving.
I tried my best to kind of relax, although, you know, a lot of stuff was happening and moving parts and, you know, last minute decisions. So it was a little hard to relax, but I think by the wedding day, I was feeling.
How was that communicating with people in another country, in another time zone, in another language? Like, did you have like a planner here that helped you over there, or how'd you do that?
So initially, I was going to attempt to just do it all by myself.
Wow.
So like, I can do it. I love planning things.
Yeah.
And once I started to actually plan, I realized because the time change was hard. Like, if I wanted to talk to anyone, it had to be like 7 a.m. here or like really late at night here. And so I've ended up finding this wedding planning team. It's like it was a team of like 5 women. They all spoke English and they like they're called the Amalfi Experience. They're all, you know, in the Amalfi Coast.
Genius.
So they kind of took over and it was like the best decision I could possibly made for my mentee. And they were super helpful. They had 2 people at the venue they planned our welcome party, our boat day, and the wedding. And
amazing.
They even helped our guests like book hotels and flights, and they were just amazing.
Amazing.
Like people in Italy are just so helpful.
Yeah.
You know? Like they just are very hands-on concierge.
Yeah. And like probably so grateful that you're there. Like, right?
They're amazing. And so I wouldn't have not done it any other way. I would have lost my mind, I think, had I not had that.
Well, I think so too, because also think about day of.
Yeah.
Like you could, like in theory, I have full confidence that you could do that. But like also to your point, for your mental health, for your sanity, for all the things, but also day of, like you would have still needed help.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you would have at least needed a day of.
And you had a lot of pre-celebrations. So there was that.
Exactly.
So fun.
It was fun.
Oh my gosh, amazing. I loved all of your outfits.
Thank you.
I mean, how fun to kind of curate. Like you had a very intentional look with all the things. I loved the red.
Together, thanks.
Unreal. Like seriously, it needs to be in a magazine. It's stunning.
Oh, you're sweet.
Stunning.
Yeah, I knew I wanted red because the welcome party was like a lot of red touches and like the red checkers. And so like I feel like red is Italy too.
Red is Italy. Red is love. All the things. Very romantic, elegant, obsessed.
It was fun to change up the colors too because I felt like I was wearing so much white and like, you know what? I need like something else. I need to change it up a little bit.
Which is fun. And then it made your day of even more like, wow, like fun.
Exactly.
Did Austin have any opinions about the wedding? Was he like whatever you want?
He is like the most laid back guy. Like when it comes to, I mean, he gave his opinion, but he's just like, I think he really trusted the process. I think when he started seeing, I don't think guys realize the cost of weddings.
No.
Like they don't realize that like flowers and I would say compared to like a quote we've gotten here, because we were looking at venues in the US too beforehand. Like just the cost of flowers alone. I mean, like it literally makes guys go, "Are you serious?
Are you serious?"
There's no
and then the
way.
immediate thought sometimes is like, "Well, I could do that, or somebody, your mom, or somebody could do that." It's like, but no, they can't. They actually can't.
But I think once the events happened, like he was like, "Okay, I get it." Like it was
right.
Worth it. It was worth
right.
it.
So what advice would you give to somebody who's planning a wedding or like a destination wedding? Doesn't matter where, like not in their hometown.
Yeah, I think get a planner. You know, I think that's really important. Have a like wedding website. I think we put everything possible. I mean, hotels to stay at, you know, activities to do, just like a questionnaire, like everything you could think of. I think on a website is helpful because when you're traveling that far, there's just more things that can go wrong and people have more questions. And
attire, all of it.
Attire. And if you... I feel like don't have a website, like you're just going to be getting so many different text messages and it's just like
just send them the link.
Yeah. I mean, like the questions that people ask. I mean, I get it.
I'm sure.
Yeah. And also just like, I think realizing that like not everything's going to go perfect and like you really have to just accept that and just, you know, allow yourself some grace for some room for some things to change.
Totally.
Because it just happens. I mean,
that's the events, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think everything went pretty good. I mean, aside from me I forgot my veil at the hotel. So that was kind of a little dramatic for a second, but.
Okay. What do you mean though? So like how far was the hotel from the venue?
It wasn't that, it was like a 15-minute walk.
Oh, okay.
But it's a town where you can't, it's like all steps and there's no cars. So we had to have someone go to the hotel and ask the front desk, sometimes
get the whole thing.
Getting the keys in, like, they're weird about that.
Yeah.
But we got it. But yeah, everything else, I feel like, at least what I know of, nothing.
So you never had like a meltdown, like a moment like in the planning process or prior where you're like,
I think it was stressful leading, the weeks leading up, because I think the biggest thing for me was just, I was anxious about everyone getting there safely, long flights, delays, babies were involved. I think I was just worried about the moms and their experience with traveling. And, I just wanted everyone to get there safely. And I think that's what stressed me out. Once we were there, I'm like,
you're like, game on. Yeah. So did everybody get there pretty early, right? A day or two, or at least.
I think everyone pretty much got there a few days before.
Which is nice.
Most people did their travel beforehand. So that was nice because everyone was already in Europe.
I saw on social, but for those that didn't, I was giggling. How was transporting the dress?
Oh man, the drama. My dress was big.
It was stunning.
It had a corset that was couldn't be touched.
Was it heavy?
It was, it was pretty heavy. Yeah, the corset.
I could see it could be a little heavy. Yeah.
Needed. I don't think it was as heavy as some dresses, but I'm embarrassed because I'm sure the dress designer was probably like, what are you doing? We had to squish it into the bag. I mean, they handed it to us in this bag and they were like, just be really careful, hold it here. I'm like, okay. And here I am just crushing it into this carry-on, because our first flight out of Fresno was just this really tiny plane. So we had to either check it, which you would never do. Yes. No. Or it didn't even fit laying on the luggage. There was no closet in this plane. So had it not been for that first really small flight, I think we would have been fine just carrying it.
Yeah. In a garment bag, right? Because that's what I did. Yeah.
So we ended up having to put it in. Austin had one of those garment bag.
Oh my God.
Duffel bags. And
that's a thing.
Yeah. We couldn't even zip it closed. It was just
open,
and every 5 minutes I touched the corset. I'm making sure
it
was still alive.
And he hadn't seen it at all.
He hadn't seen it. But
how did you do that when you lived together? Was the dress in the home or was it somewhere else?
It was in. He knew. I'm this is off.
This is off limits.
But I also don't think he's the person to be
care
so
and
excited to take a peek. He had an idea of what it looked like at that point, because he was like, well, I know that there's a corset that can't be bent. So I know there's something.
Because you clearly made that clear, right?
The rest is poofy. So I think he had an idea of what it looked like. But
it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Does he have a ring? Does he wear a ring?
Yeah, he did. Okay. He left his ring.
What?
Oh, that was
in Italy?
He left his ring in Italy.
I'm dead. Wow.
We're on our way home from our honeymoon out of Naples, and we're on the plane, and I wanted to do that video. I don't know if you've seen the videos where you are on your way to your wedding, and then you're on your way back with
so
the rings. And I'm like, okay, babe, let's do the second part of the video, because we had already recorded the first. And he's like, where's your ring?
I have the chills.
We had a 4 a.m. flight out of Naples, and there was no turning back at this point. And we're on the second flight out. I think we were in Germany at this point. And I'm like, it's on the nightstand, isn't it? He's like, dang it. I'm so sorry, because I'm not used to putting it on. I'm like, oh no.
Well, that is a thing though. They're not used to putting it on.
Oh man. So we called the hotel and they shipped it back to us.
Oh, thank God. Okay. So we got it back.
Yeah,
Great.
We literally just got it back recently. It took so long because we had to ship a box to them, pre-labeled, and
You should do a very delayed after
here's the video.
Yeah.
I have the first part recorded.
Oh my God, that's
But
funny.
now we have a silicone one for him. He bought it just so we could have
People
something.
do that, yeah.
Yeah,
Or
for,
just
like,
if it's
working out
safer
and
for
stuff
working and working out and all the things.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
he works in the hospital, so I don't think he like really wanted to bring that ring anywhere. So
Yeah. I mean, some guys don't do the ring thing.
yeah.
I just felt like that. I was like, yeah, of course you're wearing a ring.
know,
And I
yeah,
mean,
that makes
Michael agreed, like, it's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's a thing. Like some guys don't want to do it or don't do it or
Yeah,
just,
so interesting.
I
too.
know,
Like,
me
wouldn't you wanna
too.
be blinged out.
right?
God.
Like I'm taken.
Yeah. Look at it tattooed on at that point.
Right? So pre-wedding prep is such a real thing. And you are so obviously tapped into all things beauty, all things.
Mhm.
How did you even okay, you obviously got engaged. Were you surprised when you got engaged, by the way?
I was surprised at the weekend, but I knew it was happening because we had talked about the ring. Yeah.
Oh, you did. And also,
so I didn't know
again,
if he had the ring yet. The weekend surprised me because it was his sister's birthday weekend. And so it was like the one weekend I was like, it's not going to happen this weekend. Like every weekend leading up to it, I'm like, well, make sure my nails are done, And then it was like, okay, well, obviously it's not going to be this weekend because it's Amanda's birthday.
Yeah.
And I think that's why you picked that weekend because it was the one weekend I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
And, so, but yeah.
Which is so sweet, which is the best to be surprised. That's the only way.
Yeah.
The beautiful floral centerpiece you see on our shows is styled by floral artist Darcy Hovsepian of DH Floral. And the flowers themselves are actually grown and sourced from local flower farms right here in our Central Valley, thanks to the creation of the San Joaquin Flower Collective. As the first and only source for 100% locally grown flowers in the valley, the San Joaquin Flower Collective's biggest mission is to reduce the need for imported flowers for flower growers and lovers alike. By streamlining the ordering process with an online shopping experience, prioritizing collaboration over competition, and raising awareness for our local flower movement through weekly flower pop-ups on Wednesdays from 10 to 12, they're changing the way farm-grown flowers are bought and sold in the valley. As a wholesaler, a retailer, or just a flower lover, you can follow along at SJ Flower Collective on Instagram for their latest happenings and info on their weekly Wednesday Fresh Bloom pop-ups.
So obviously you've been together forever. He's the one, all the things. So you obviously had a wedding or some sort of celebration in mind. But when did you start okay, you said you were engaged for what, 2 years?
I think it was almost 2 years. So,
how do you even go okay, here's you know what I'm saying? Because you already have a great routine going.
Yeah.
But you probably did some things that were definitely more specific and intentional for wedding prep, right?
Yeah. I went to
Tell me all the
Jessie
things.
at Refined Beauty.
Yes.
Love her.
Love her.
And she kind of helped me put together plan calendar routine. And we did a few treatments of silver, which is microneedling or radio frequency microneedling.
Yeah.
And which is amazing. I highly recommend. It just gives you this really plump glow.
Yeah, no, I've been to her. I love her.
Yeah, and have you tried the microneedling?
I have, yes.
Painless.
It's fantastic. Yeah.
I have never had microneedling that literally.
Oh, I know. Well,
and
she's so thorough and so great and gets you numb and all the things. Yeah.
Exactly. No, she's amazing.
Yeah, that's great.
We did Sculptra and my cheeks at one point.
How'd you feel about that?
I feel like it took months. It takes a lot of months to
you
get
think?
the results.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's so subtle, which I liked because I told her I'm I do not want filler in my cheeks. That's the one thing I don't like the look of filler because I feel eventually I might, but I just want something a little bit more natural and subtle. And she was like, honestly, this is something that mainly you will notice. It's not going to be super, out there. And I think it was a good transition.
Yeah.
So I like that. And it means you look more glowy immediately afterwards too. Which
I like. See, I've had it done a few times. And I don't know that I notice a difference.
I think it's so subtle that
which I guess is good.
Look
Same
at before and after pictures.
Yeah, I know.
That's where you really see it because I felt like I wasn't seeing anything either. And then she showed me a before and after of I want to say 4 months. And I was like,
no, you're so right.
I do see, you know.
You're so right. And also you're looking at your face every day. Like it's almost like, and I'll equate it to this because it's just the first thing that comes to mind, but it's like, I see my children every day and I mean, I know they're growing and I know they're getting older and all the things, but like, I see them every day.
Right.
Whereas like if a grandparent hasn't seen him in like a few weeks, they're like, oh my God, she's gotten so big or so tall. It's like, you know, so like when you don't, I could
but it's like
see.
filler. Yeah. So immediate that like you're going to notice that because it's just, you know, you see the difference.
Yeah.
But,
so and then Botox.
And then we did Botox. So we did, I think the year before we did Botox every like 3-4 months. And then we did our last Botox on the forehead. I think it was 5 weeks before. And we were kind of doing a lot of trials. Like she told me like, write down the day that you like it the most. Because at first, usually like you feel really frozen. So I like kept a diary. I'm like, okay, this is the day that I like loved it. And then we just kind of perfectly, you know, spaced it out before the wedding. And
so like at least a year in advance.
Yeah. I would say a year, 2 years. I stopped skincare wise. I've always been on like using retinol. I stopped using retinol because I didn't.
Why?
Retinol like really helps increase cell turnover. So sometimes, especially when you're out in the sun and stuff, your skin can start to like peel, which it's like good because you're getting baby skin coming to the surface quicker. But when it comes to makeup application, I just wanted to be on the side of caution when it comes to like, I didn't want any pilling or flaking or anything like that.
Smart.
So I stopped retinol like
all together.
6 months.
Because haven't you talked about, and I haven't tried it, but I want to try it because you were saying it, the skin cycling.
I love skin cycling.
Yeah.
And I actually haven't picked up retinol since.
Really?
Because now we're, and then
like the sort of
you know, era.
But you can't do that, right?
And you're not technically supposed to use retinol if you're pregnant.
Yeah.
But
like I knew that.
I'm like, what if I get pregnant without realizing? And like, I don't want to be using retinol or taking vitamin A of any sort. So, so far my skin's been liking I just use a mandelic acid.
I mean, your skin is literally flawless.
Oh my gosh.
Beautiful.
I was shocked that when I stopped retinol, it would, my like acne would pick up again, but it hasn't. And so
that's great.
Just, you know, one day at a time.
Do you think any of those, and this is just like a side note question, like, do you think any of the treatments that you did, like the Silfirm and all that, like made your skin more dry or no? Or like the retinol would have affected that at all or no? No,
I don't think those would have made it more dry. I think the retinol, just because it like sheds your skin quicker, like what it's doing is like, it's shedding off old skin quicker. So new baby skin comes to the surface. During that process, you're getting like little left behind skin cells that sometimes don't make your makeup look like smooth. Yeah. Because it's like, I've noticed with retinol, my skin looks amazing for the most part, but then you have a week where it's like, oh gosh,
like there's,
it's just like you need a little bit more exfoliation. And then I just didn't want to take that chance. And so
rightfully
I just kind of leaned into exfoliating acids and like the exfoliating pads.
So did you like one day be like, okay, I'm going to start making my plan? Because it sounds like you are very intentional about like removing things, adding things, treatment, 5 weeks out. Like that's so specific, you know?
Yeah.
Or you kept a journal, you said? You wrote it down?
I write everything down.
That's great.
My notes on my phone. And, I think it's like whenever I do anything, I'm like, I need to like write this down because I might talk about it in a video later on.
Smart. So, it's content, right?
You know,
or
so
just like something to share.
Just write everything that I do down. And I do try to be really intentional just because I feel like I'm a very like type A person. So like everything needs to
You're
be
so organized
and, you know.
So this may be a silly question because you know all the things. Do you ever get like facials from an esthetician? Like, did you do that or no?
I haven't in years.
I know, right? Because like you give yourself your own.
Yeah. I feel like I would be open to it like every now and then just because it's so relaxing.
As like a treat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, at that point, I'd rather just like have a massage because I think I'm like so
nervous
in tune with my skin that unless I needed like a really intense peel, that one that like I wouldn't feel comfortable doing on myself. I just like, I've never really.
Right. I feel like that wouldn't even make sense I feel like because you give yourself your own.
Yeah.
And I giggle at the ones you give Austin, like you give him little.
Those are fun. Yeah. He likes those too.
I'm sure he does.
I'm like, you have no idea how lucky you are.
Yeah, seriously. Where my husband's washing his face with like the bar soap. Love you, babe. But like, honey, we gotta. Yeah. What? So
you're us,
right. You're so intentional about the prep. The festivities looked truly a dream. You have your long, beautiful hair, which how long was because you had extensions, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just totally like blasting that.
No. I had so many extensions for the wedding.
More than normal?
Yeah. Way
really?
More. Like my head was like heavy. You know,
yeah.
But I just wanted like really big hair.
Which was absolutely stunning. And I loved how you did some up on one day, some down on the other day. So how long was your actual hair? Do you know?
Probably like
okay. Oh, wow.
My chest.
Really long.
It was just so like thin because I've had extensions for so long.
Yeah.
I always use them just to like help with the fullness.
Yeah.
But it's because I wasn't chopping my hair. Like when you have extensions, you just don't cut your hair ever. Because,
true.
You know,
maybe a little, right? Or
like
I don't know.
But then it doesn't blend as much if you get like a good chop. So, I just wouldn't chop because it looked more blended when I did have the extensions. And so once the wedding was over, I knew I wanted to take the extensions out. But
you did before that? Like you knew okay, it's time.
I knew the extensions are a lot of upkeep. And it's super time consuming to like dry your hair. Yeah. Expensive. And so when she took out my extensions, you know, I could have just like gave it a little bit of a chop. I'm like, no, but you know what? I want dramatic. Like,
I love it so much. I love it so much. I remember when you were posting about it, like, or I think you said something like, should I do it or something? And I was like, yes, do it. I was in the same exact boat. I had long, heavy extensions and you have it for so long for all the festivities, right? So it's like, and obviously the wedding day and all that. I was just like, I'm done. I'm like, free me. And I did the same. Chop, chop.
It feels so good.
Isn't
especially
it
like
liberating?
Summer,
I know. So perfect timing. And it's so cute. Was that the length you did right when you got it chopped, or did you go shorter?
I went shorter.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. So I first chopped it like right above my shoulders.
Love.
And then your hair grows so fast when you chop it so short.
Because you also see your natural hair like by itself.
And so after like 3 weeks, I was like, Lexi, I think, because like one of my best friends is also my hairstylist. And she's like, yeah, your hair's growing quick. Like, let's chop it. I'm like, let's do more this time. Let's see.
Let's go. I love it. And I love how you styled it. Did it take a minute to figure out how to style it, or what are your thoughts?
Kind of. I feel the nice thing about short hair, I feel like you can like really play around with it, like putting it up, down. I can still do a pony.
I was going to say, can you do a pony?
A very little one. It's a little nub.
Which is cute.
Yeah.
I also feel like yours is a cute length to do like a dad cap.
Yes.
Super cute. Like even with your earrings, like that's a cute look, right?
Hats, like hats.
Yeah.
I love.
Adorable. Fun. And just like a fun change, right?
Yeah.
Did you tell Austin beforehand?
I did. And he's just like, so like, he doesn't,
like, he's chill. Yeah. So great.
He was like shocked. He was like, whoa. But like, he wasn't, you know.
Well, because it is just an extreme change.
Yeah. Because I also did an extreme change because I used to be blonde, like as blonde as you. And then I just one day dyed my hair like super dark, like darker than this. And I just came home. I'm like, hey, babe. He's like, what is happening?
Oh my God. At this point, he's probably used to it. Like, this is how I'm expressing myself. Okay. Yes. So sweet. I love it. And so now it's just like, this is the next phase, right? You may go longer, you may go shorter, you may go, well, you probably might not go blonde again.
Yeah. I don't know. Probably not. I feel like it's so nice to just be in like a low maintenance phase,
right?
You know, like I did the extensions, I did the blonde, and it's just a lot to keep up with and time consuming.
I know, right? All of it. So now with the wedding behind you, how long have you been officially married now? Is in May, right?
Yeah. So I think we're at 2 months.
2 months.
Yeah.
Newlywed bliss.
Almost.
Okay. So around the time you were getting married, we were putting on Mom's Time Out, which I wish you were here. It was so fun. It was like a a big event we worked on. And there were a lot of people that were going to your wedding.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which was sweet. I'm like, I love that. I know, me too. And okay, so that's how I knew that. I was thinking May, I knew your wedding. Yeah. Okay, so all things, now you have everything in perspective. Mm-hmm. Is there anything that you would do differently? Whether it be your beauty routine or planning or anything. Anything come to mind?
I don't think so.
Really?
I really think, even my mom and my sister, after the wedding, they were like, Patty, you were just so chill on the wedding day. We were expecting you to be really anxious because I feel like I'm just, because I'm so type A, they were expecting me to just be a full storm, everything.
Yeah. What kind of bride were you? So you were not a bridezilla.
I'm you were so chill. And I'm I think once the day was there, I'm you just gotta let go and surrender,
Love that.
Just gotta let things happen the way that they're supposed to happen. And, I don't think I would do anything differently. Maybe I think leading up to it, a few days before the actual wedding, I think there were a few days where I was a little bit on edge, maybe just hoping things all
right. Because you're right. There are last minute things, right? Yeah. Or decisions that need to be made. Yeah.
But I think, nothing major.
Love that. Love that. That's a great feeling.
I know.
No regrets.
I know.
That's fantastic.
No, I'm so happy we did a destination wedding. It really was. It was the most magical experience that I know I would have never been able to get all of my friends and family in one location like that ever again. So it's just surreal.
The best. I remember that feeling too. I think that was the biggest pinch me moment where it's all of our favorite people are here. Wow, this is amazing. Right?
It's wild in the best way.
Yeah. Did you guys do a first look? I can't remember.
We did it.
You did it.
We didn't, but we stayed together the night before. So we saw each other that morning.
Oh, cute. That's sweet. And did a little,
And so we got breakfast delivered on the patio. And so it was special to just that was our first look of the day.
Love. Yeah. And then you kind of went your separate ways.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So from a, content creator perspective, did you have any content pre-done to post, or were you just I'm a person, I'm enjoying my wedding. I may post stuff from the celebrations, but I'm not going to overthink it.
Yeah. I think I was obviously I was prepared to create content while there. This is a, when you're traveling in general, it's just a good opportunity to make videos.
Yeah.
So I did record a lot of videos, and I hired someone to record on my phone videos throughout all the events.
Genius.
So just so I have all the content on my phone.
On your phone. So it's a content creator, but they use your phone.
Yes. So they use
fantastic
my phone, so I have
idea.
but they didn't put anything together. And so now I have all these videos that I can create content with. But I think on the welcome dinner and wedding day, and honestly the honeymoon too, I just kind of took a step back, and I'm I can revisit,
right?
And post.
That's a genius idea, because I feel some of the best nights, at least I don't know, personal experience, you have nothing on your phone.
Yeah, I know.
I don't even think I took one picture on my wedding day.
Fear. And it's she took videos of everything. So even the moments that weren't captured on video or photo, because we had a videographer and photographer.
Yeah,
I was able to see on my phone. So I just when we got back, me and Austin just went through every single video, and she was catching things that we didn't even see, and it was amazing. It was so funny.
How fun!
Yeah.
So you honeymooned in Italy, a different area, right? After.
Yes.
Oh gosh,
that was
beautiful.
One of our favorite places, I think.
Beautiful.
That's probably where we would go back.
So had you visited these places before? Before a wedding, picking the destination and all the things? Or are you just
we picked the venue and then visited
just to confirm.
Sure. Yeah. So we visited the exact time that our wedding would be last year.
Oh, smart.
And so
I feel I remember that, your photos. The ones of you guys on the boat, those were stunning. Yes. So pretty.
Thank you. So we went to Positano and Ravello, the two places we were
love. That's smart.
we kind of, went to all the hotels and like kind of looked up places and just wanted to make sure that for our wedding website, we had like all the information possible.
Genius. Weather was fine.
Yeah, it was surprisingly really good. Like
Good.
we were very blessed with the weather.
Yeah.
Because when we went the year before, we got some rain and it was a little chilly, not too chilly. It was still like spring-ish weather. But for our wedding, I think there was only one day where it kind of sprinkled a little bit. But aside from that, like 70 and sunny and
amazing.
We really lucked out there because I was prepared. Like I had my trench coat with me and didn't need it once.
Which is, I mean, perfection, right? And all the stars aligned.
Yes.
So that's smart. So you took content on your own, had somebody take content on your own phone. Genius. Because I have heard that there's this, again, I was married almost 10 years ago, so things have changed. But people nowadays do the whole like hire content creator for their wedding, which is genius.
It's smart. It honestly is. Like that would be the one thing I would recommend is to, even if you like, have a friend and just pay a friend to do it,
right.
So that will be there with you the whole
Has
time.
the eye and knows what to do and all that. That's smart.
Yeah.
That's smart. And then you've produced content since then, obviously from it, for it. Okay. So I feel like maybe it's my age. Maybe it's just me personally. I gravitate more towards Instagram. I have friends that are like hardcore TikTokers. Yeah. And there's like a medley of both. Yeah. You're active on both. You have a strong following on both. Do you find that you lean more towards one or the other, or do you give them equal love?
I feel like I put an equal amount of effort to both, but
do you?
I just love Instagram because I feel like that's like where like my true community is, people that have been with me for so long. I started my Instagram in like 2018 and then TikTok kind of started in
COVID,
2021, 2020. And I just think Instagram is a little more consistent, TikTok, I think there's like more opportunity to make money on TikTok because you can get paid per video and based on views. And so I will always continue to put effort into TikTok just because of the opportunity there. But it's a little bit harder, I feel like, to curate a really tight-knit community there because
I would think
the
so.
algorithms are just so all over the place, and like what works one day might not work the next. And you see these like really big creators who have like 1 million followers, and then one day they're just like barely getting any views, and it's just the algorithm is hard to figure out.
Or the opposite.
Yeah.
I've seen situations where people have like little to no following and then overnight they're like have videos that go viral. And it's like, how? How did that happen?
It's hard to like navigate, but
how do you keep up with all of that?
It's hard.
Right?
I every day is, a journey.
Right.
But, you just like, you can't give up. I think that's the biggest thing with influencers is that make it or don't make it. They just are consistent, even like during lulls. I mean, I've experienced lulls. I feel like in TikTok, I'm experiencing a lull right now, but you just have to keep going because that's the one thing that, allows someone to like get through that lull.
That's what I've heard. Like that is like at the top of the list that I've heard.
Because a lot of people give up at that point. They're like, oh, my videos aren't doing as well. And, I'm shadow banned or something like that. And they just give up. And it's like, no, you don't get through that. You just got to keep going.
Right.
And it's hard because when it's like your full-time job, you are reliant on things sometimes, but you just gotta keep going.
I know, right? And like even like what we've talked about before in your first episode, it's almost like could be a slow burn. I think sometimes people think, oh, overnight celebrity, right? Like it's gonna happen quick, or if it doesn't happen quick, I'm giving up. Like there's something to that.
It being a slow burn, in my opinion. Like
genuine.
Anything in life, because if you get it overnight, you just don't appreciate it as much. Like I also feel that way about money. Like you just like win the lottery. Think about all these people that win the lottery and then they are bankrupt a week later. It's because you miss the growth of like being able to like,
well, and the reward, right? It's like, wow, I did that. Like
Yeah.
I worked really hard to accomplish that.
exactly.
Whereas otherwise it's like, oh yeah, that was easy. I used a trending audio and
Yeah.
blew up overnight. It's like, but it wasn't easy, but people are doing this, you know?
Yeah. But then when it doesn't work the next day, then you're like depressed about it. But if you've already gone through that so many times, you're like, nothing could bring me down at this point. I've already gone through this a million times. you know?
Right. So with that, with like the growing community that you have on both platforms, with how quickly things are changing, with how weird the algorithm can be, especially on TikTok, to where I'm sure randos are like following you that may or may not be even into your content that are just randos, right?
Yeah.
Like, how do you sort of drown out the noise and stay authentic to you? You know?
You just gotta not listen to the noise. you know?
Easier said than done,
I
though,
know,
right?
I
Like, do you
know.
read all your comments or no?
My rule is like when I post, I'll like reply to like the first like couple of hours. Like those are usually the people that follow me,
Right.
are supporters that have questions. And then if the video goes viral, that's when you have like the randos coming in that don't know anything about you. And
Right.
that's when they can sometimes get mean. And I have no problem ignoring people. I'm like, I don't need to address you. If you say something or make a statement about me that's not true, like I'm not even going to give you the
Time
time of day. And, you know,
I feel like that's such a good outlook to have, because I think where the beginning of the end is when people engage. It's like, why are you going to, I guess it depends on the circumstance and what they're saying and all the things, but
people get very worked up on social media too. And there's, you know, it's like these people would never say these things to my face.
To your face. I know. What do they call them?
so
Keyboard
confident
warriors or whatever. It's like, yeah, exactly. You got a lot of bravery behind the screen.
Yeah.
So, what do you feel is like, okay, so you mentioned TikTok has a lot of like sort of money making opportunities, Instagram too, but I hear you. I've seen that too, like a lot of just growth opportunities on social in general, specifically TikTok. How do you make decisions based on brands that approach you? Like, what's a yes for you? Or no?
It has to be a brand that I use already. You know, I mean, I would say most partnerships I turn down, and, you know, I experienced months where I like don't make as much money as I could because there were no brands that align with me that reached out. But I think as soon as you start working with brands that don't align with you, like you lose your authenticity with your followers, and that's like the relationship that matters most. It's not the relationship with brands.
But I think you're so genuine to that. And I know you've said before, and for those that haven't listened to the first episode yet, you try all the products first.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sometimes brands will reach out and they want a quick turnaround time. They have a campaign that's happening and I could love the product, but especially with like skincare, I'm like, I need a few weeks for me to know if it's like an exfoliant or a retinol. I need longer because, you know, there's no way for me to like actually know until I try it for a while. Makeup's a little different because that's more like, you know, I can try it, and if it works great and I don't get a reaction the next day, then like it probably works great.
Yeah.
But with skincare, I'm very particular and I really don't change up much very often.
But what about something like, for example, I've been following this comedian for years. She cracks me up. She's hilarious. I'm noticing recently she's really like has a lot of ads. I'll just say that. And like stuff that feels like a stretch.
Yeah.
And it almost like she's like mocking herself a little bit to be funny about it, which I'm like, good for you, girl. And I know that clearly is her livelihood, right?
Right.
But it just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It feels, I hate using authentic or inauthentic or whatever, but I don't know. I guess, how do you like literally leave money on the table? Because I think that's obviously where her, I don't know, but
I mean,
you know,
you have to think about like, if you say yes now, what are you going to lose out opportunities in the future?
Yeah.
You know, so you have to like think long game there. If you're,
because like you signed with one and they have an exclusive or something, or
no, like, I mean, if your followers start getting annoyed with these ads and like your next ad's not going to perform, you know, so
I know. And then and then you probably, I imagine, have to show results.
Exactly. Yeah. Your followers, I think, are the most important piece of your business. Like they're the reason you're even doing what you're doing. And if it weren't for their support, like you wouldn't have any opportunity at all. So as soon as you start forgetting about them and like not including them in the decision, that's where like your success can
the
really
beginning
start
of
to
the
dwindle.
end sort of thing. Right. Yeah.
So
I mean,
they're
you put
part
it
of your
so
business. You gotta like think about them in the back of your mind at all times.
Right. Instead of like, that's a really great outlook to have instead of like my target audience, right? Because that feels a little too impersonal.
Yeah. And there's some partnerships where it's like, you just hope that your followers would just support you in this. And like, but I feel like there's a level, like if you're posting an ad every single day or like your last 5 posts were an ad, like, I mean, you're just kind of like money grabbing at that point. And it just, it takes away.
It feels that way.
Yeah. People aren't going to enjoy watching as much.
So how do you like sort of offline stay mentally grounded?
I don't know. I think having a lot of time away from my phone.
Do you have like set time you're on it or no?
I think if I'm not like, I am very intentional about if I'm on my phone, I'm not doom scrolling. If I'm scrolling, I'm like intentionally
like researching,
right? Or I'm like, and I like, if it goes on too long, I like stop and I have to like change course. Like
you just check yourself. Cause I know some people have like timers and stuff,
which I've always wanted to do. I feel like if it got to a point where I like needed that, I would try that. But I think now I'm like, I honestly hate being on my phone too long anyways. Like
really?
I'm someone that needs to be moving and like doing stuff throughout the day. So I almost have to force myself to be on my phone to work when I need to work instead of the other way. Like I get too
Do
bored.
You read?
I love reading. Yes.
Do you like read okay. So many questions on that. If you read, do you paper or Kindle or
I have a Kindle.
Audible?
I do both actually. Sometimes I like paper, but I have like a little what do you call the little pop socket on my Kindle so I can like be on my pillow and just like hold it. And I like fall asleep to my Kindle almost every day. But I have like the red light in the room and I put the Kindle with no light on. So it's like almost like a book with like no back screen. Yeah. And because it's like so hard to read, I end up just falling asleep.
Like I'm strained. Yeah, that's my thing is I love reading, but it puts me to sleep like a paper book. Yeah. I love a paper book or a Kindle book. It puts me to sleep.
I know. Sometimes I don't even feel like I'm actually a reader. I read every night, but I'm like, it takes me so long to finish a book because it's a part of my nighttime routine. It's really, truly not because I'm like, I can't wait to read.
Yeah. Do you read for then you read for pleasure? Like you read novels or do you read like self-improvement?
I do. I like novels and, romantic stories. I like self-help.
Sweet.
Me and Austin, we do like 75 hard, the challenge all the time.
Yeah.
And he's doing it right now, actually. And part of the challenge is to read 15 pages of a self-help book. So those are always helpful.
I feel like from what I've heard of 75 hard, I've had other friends that have done it. I've never personally done it. It would be hard to do it without your spouse.
Yeah.
Like, don't you feel like it's easier to do it together?
Yeah. It's more fun too.
Yeah.
You hold yourself accountable.
Yeah. Encourage each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
So you've shared on social that you're also active with your Bible study group, right? Now your dinners look so cute. Do you host weekly, bi-weekly, monthly?
Yeah, we do weekly.
That's so sweet. Tell me about that. Like, what's your journey with your faith look like? Have you always been a churchgoer? Have you always been, interested in learning more? Or what does that look like for you?
So I grew up Christian, going to Christian church. And I think like a lot of Christians, like I believed in God. I checked the boxes, but it wasn't until like maybe 2.5 years ago where my friend Taylor, she invited me to a Bible study at Cross City Church. And it had been, through college and stuff. I went to church every now and then, but it wasn't like something that I was like really going to often. So she invited me and I did this Bible study. It was on the book of Luke. And I just was like, oh my gosh, it was like an epiphany happened. Like there's so much in my life that like I need to work on. And I just really wanted to like strengthen my relationship with Jesus and just learn more. And just, I just realized that my heart posture was kind of wrong for so long.
Do you think it was a timing thing? Like, do you think you were ready? You know what I mean?
It was like right before we got engaged, and it did feel right. I mean, like, to really be on this faith journey, like right before marriage, I think everything aligned. Like, I regret not diving into this earlier, because like all the things in my life could have been
made much more sense, right? Yeah.
And, but I'm so grateful for like where I am at now. And so we started a Bible study at my house, and there's 6 of us, and we're so close, and it's having friendship with like other God-loving people is like one of the most magical things you can have. I mean, you cry together, you laugh together, you pick each other up when you fall, and it really is a friendship that is so much deeper than I could ever imagine. And I'm just so grateful for those girls.
Great. And it has substance, right?
Exactly.
It's not like, because I do feel like the older we get, the busier we get as more things come into your life, like children or obligations. You can get caught up, A, and B, you have such limited time to spend with people.
Right.
Right? Like, your priority is your spouse, is your family, all the things. So I think it's really amazing that you guys are so intentional about your time together, because it's, I don't want to say worth it, but like it is, right? It feels like it's very like meaningful.
Yeah.
It's not just like checking the box of, I haven't seen so-and-so in a while, so I should grab a drink with them, you know?
And you just leave feeling so good. Like,
I
there's
bet,
never a day we do our Bible study where I don't leave and I just feel like refreshed and just like I can conquer the world. And it's just, it really is like so meaningful. And
love that.
I'm so grateful.
That's so great. And these are like new friends, childhood friends, college friends, a combination of both.
A combination, yeah. So the 2 of us started it, and we have been friends for a while, and then we kind of both brought in girls that we were thinking might be interested.
Yeah.
Some people, were new to it, others weren't, and it has just really grown. We've added girls, and some girls have gone off and started their own, because it's like amazing to like
be able to share that.
Yeah. Like, if you're ready to like start your own study, like that's amazing. Like, the more people we can save, the better.
Right. So. That's so amazing. I love that for you. And fun to sort of like have it feel like a weekly connection, right? Like something you look forward to, something that fuels you, something that has you leaving feeling good, right?
God has blessed us all in so many different ways. And I feel like, acknowledging that and just like,
amen,
understanding that love is like one of the best things we can do. And it's truly going to change your heart posture. So.
I totally agree. Amen. And that's a beautiful way of saying it. Heart posture. I love that. That's so sweet. So what is next in the story of Madi Prettyman Lawless? Or what do you, okay, wait, well, we kind of talked about this offline. Are we changing the name?
So we are changing the name. I will be Madi Lawless.
Okay.
I kind of don't know if I'm going to change it on social media yet, because I feel like Prettyman has just been a part of my page for so long. It's like,
it's so,
it's just hard to like let go of. So
that's a real thing though. Let me just say, okay, regardless of your profession, getting rid of your maiden name is like kind of like something not talked about.
Yeah.
Like people like really don't talk about that. It's kind of hard.
I know. Me and my sister on the wedding day, I was like, well, this kind of feels like the last
goodbye.
Time share her name.
I know.
And she's like, don't say that.
Yeah.
It is, but then
so you are, but like legally though, are you going to drop Prettyman or what's your middle name?
Marie.
Marie, beautiful.
Yeah.
Is it a family name or something?
My grandma's name was Maria, so it's
kind of beautiful.
A play on that.
Okay. So are you going to keep Marie?
I think I'm going to keep Marie.
Yeah.
And we'll drop Prettyman.
Okay.
And Lawless, but I think online, and I think it'll create a little bit of privacy, maybe it'll be like our little secret. Although if they really wanted to find out, it wouldn't be that hard. But
still, no, I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
I think it'll be nice to like share a name. Obviously, I do want the same last name as my kids one day, and
sweet.
So that was kind of
that's a huge part too, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I moved my maiden name to my middle name. So like legally, my maiden name is my middle name. I just didn't have a strong connection with my middle name. So I was like, I'll just scoot that over. And I had a strong connection with my maiden name. I felt like that Yeah. Again, I didn't want to say goodbye. Not that you are, but
you're going through all this work to change your name. Like, do whatever feels right, because it's a lot of work.
Just wait till you name your babies. First of all, that is like the hardest decision to, at least for us. Maybe not with Austin, sounds chill, and so is my husband. But like, names are hard.
I know that would be
names are hard.
I can see that being the one thing Austin
has an opinion about.
Pushback with
and I mean this in like the least mean way, but like Michael was like, you never realize how many people you hate
until you start naming. You're like, wait,
not that he's like a hateful person, but like, I went to school with the so-and-so and I don't like them, or they were a bully or whatever. It's like,
I know. It is so true.
Coming from a guy whose name is Michael, sorry, dude, you don't really. I'm joking.
Honestly, Madison too. My mom thought she was being so
original.
With that. And I guess in the hospital, when they were checking out to like sign my birth certificate, the person in front and behind were naming their babies Madison.
Stop.
And my mom thought she was being so original. And in the hospital, that was their experience. So
that's like, they're similarly like naming the baby and then seeing like top trending names for the year. And it's like, oh, thought I was going to be original, but apparently there's 12 Emmas. Like, good.
You know, well, also every year it changes, so.
So newlywed bliss, you chop the hair, you're doing some changes like with your health and wellness. Like, what do you feel like is sort of the next thing you're going to focus on, like personally? Is it, what does that look like?
I feel like recently I have this newfound motivation to like waste less. I feel like that's an issue with a lot of influencers. There's overconsumption is very apparent.
I bet.
Get so many PR packages, which I don't want to complain about, but it's, I have to do something with all these products. I only have one face. I can only use so much. So I am really trying to donate quicker. Like, I donate
but a lot. But you do so great with that, with the self-care project. Like, amazing.
Yeah, we try. And I have a lot of help from like some of my friends. And I do like pamper parcels where people can apply to, send a box of goodies to someone in their life that may be going through something or
amazing.
And so I try, but I think I'm just going to be a little bit more intentional on not having boxes of things sitting for too long, because everything has an expiration date. I just did like a little purge with my shelves recently, and I realized things were needing to be thrown out and they could have gone to someone that could have used it. So I'm saying yes to less.
I love that.
And I'm donating quicker and faster. I have a 30-day rule. If it sits in my place for 30 days, then I don't need it. And it's on.
That sounds
someone that will use it.
Freeing, and also just like a healthy place to be, right? Yeah. Like declutter, just condense, like live a very simple. Yeah. I have friends that are like genuinely minimalists, and I think it's fantastic. How do I get to your level?
Inspiring.
It really is. Yeah. That's the word, inspiring. And now, and we kind of already talked about this too, but you're seeing this huge shift of more sort of language and trending content around like reviving used clothing, right?
Yeah,
vintage and that, which is kind of fun to see, right? Yeah. Like you don't have to buy everything new, or even this whole concept of like a cloud closet.
Yeah.
Where you're sort of repurposing things that maybe were yours or a friend's, or buying it on Poshmark or selling it on Poshmark. I find that so great.
It allows you to create your own personal style too, because if you're just buying what everyone else is buying, you're going to get over it quicker, So
truth.
You just have, if you like find a really like unique piece that like no one else has, or like no one has had in years at the thrift store, then it's like, you just get more excited about getting dressed and,
Okay. So you brought up a good point, and I swear we're going to be wrapping up soon. I do have a couple of things though. One, I was listening to a podcast with Morgan Stewart. I don't know if you know her or follow her. Freaking love her.
Oh my gosh, you kind of remind me of her.
Okay. Biggest compliment I've ever received.
Do.
Wow. Thank you. That is truly the biggest compliment. I love her.
She has amazing
I love her. I love her style. I love her energy. She keeps it real. She mentioned one time how like I'm not going to link every pair of sunglasses that I wear.
Yeah.
These are, whether they're a vintage piece or a friend gave them to me or whatever the circumstance, you don't have to link everything for everyone.
Right.
Like it can be mine, and not in like, I don't know, I'm probably like butchering how she said it, but it was an interesting concept. And you kind of alluded to like, you don't have to link everything so that everybody has that same sunglass that Madi Prettyman had. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know.
Like, I think when you are a little bit more intentional about buying things that are like secondhand, you can just say that too. You're like, sorry, I found this, or this is like an old style, or I had this in my closet for 5 years. And it honestly could help other people not feel like they need to just buy the newest thing.
I know.
It's like we do have, an opportunity here to like make somewhat of a change. I'm definitely someone that has a lot of stuff, so I can't talk, but I'm trying.
But you're trying. This is the next phase. I love that for you. That's amazing. Okay, so in closing, I thought it'd be kind of fun to do like some rapid fire, but some of the questions, like, I mean, you can put a little thought into, so I don't want to like pressure you, but they're not like yes or no. Okay. Are we ready? Are we good with this? Okay. Red light mask. How many days per week?
Every day.
Wow. Dang. Okay. We've both gotten our colors done with Brooke. What is the one color that you've incorporated into your wardrobe that you didn't before? Like denim?
Denim. Yeah.
Oh, you never did denim?
I feel like I did pants, but I feel like shirts and gray. I feel like gray is now my black. Black is not my color.
Black is not my color either. And it's the saddest thing. I know. Like 9 out of 10 days. Same. Okay, love. Okay. You did so much red surrounding your wedding and you did a red lip. What's your favorite go-to red lip color? Do you know the name, or even just give us like what you went for on the shade?
I actually can't even remember the name because I got my makeup done.
Oh, you did? Okay. Well, you're going to have to share.
Yeah.
Or unless you have one that you've done that you love.
I can't even think of, because I don't really wear a red lip that often. I know my nail color right now is ruby red.
Ruby red, which I love that red. Is that red in your palette?
This is more of a cool tone red. Yeah. So, orangey red does not work with my color season. If I were to do red, it has to be more of a cool tone. I don't know if red is like
a plum
colors though.
Like a cool, when you say cool, like a more purpley bluish red.
That could also work. Yeah.
Love.
But this has like more of like a blue undertone than like a fiery orange.
Okay. Red, good to know. Makes sense. Okay. So, you're doing your morning skincare routine. I know morning and night are different things, right? 2 things of your morning skincare routine that you can't live without. You don't have to give specifics on products, but you can say like toner and vitamin C or whatever.
SPF for sure.
Okay.
And moisturizer, my minimalist moisturizer, by matter of fact.
Love. Yeah, you have the best Rex. Okay. Best eye masks that you've used that don't fall.
Oh, you have to get the Dew reusable eye masks. And you just
reusable?
You put your own eye cream on, or serum, preferably like a water-based serum would stick the best. And you put it on top, and then you just rinse it off with water, and you can reuse them. They're amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. Need to get those. Last question. How do we feel about a gua sha?
I think that there's a time and a place for it. It helps with like lymphatic drainage. Is it going to replace Botox? Probably not. But I think we're all like scraping our faces. Yeah. It's always good for lymphatic drainage, just to like keep the toxins moving.
Love. Well, that wasn't that hard, right?
Yeah,
that was fun.
That was fun.
Thank you, Madi. You're the best. I have loved catching up with you. Thank you for the time. And I'm so happy for you in this next phase of your life. And you can't wait to see what's next.
I am excited for season 2.
Yeah. So fun. Cheers.
Cheers.
So thanks, friend.
Thanks for listening. Feel free to rate and review this episode here and connect with us on Instagram if you have any thoughts, questions, or any guest suggestions. Thanks.